I would first like to give a big thanks to the man up above. I thank him for walking with me and guiding me through this journey I call life. Without him, this would be nothing. I would also like to give a big thanks to my parents for loving, caring, and supporting and encouraging me through all of my struggles and telling me that I am able to do whatever I put my mind to. I would then like to thank Mrs. Moss Gregory for nominating me and thinking so highly of me. You have been an absolutely great resource to me during my senior year, and I really enjoy our conversations together. Next, to my village, who includes my grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, and cousins. I would like to thank you all for being a part of my life, being a part of my journey, and supporting me through it all. I would also like to thank a few family members who are not here with us today. My cousin, my grandfather, and my great-grandmothers. I would like to give a big shout out to a few educators out there who saw my potential and helped me through it all. Mrs. Shell, Mrs. Burgett, Mrs. Mitchell, Mrs. McCabe, Mrs. Gardner, Mrs. Provenson, Mrs. McClure, Mrs. Waddell, Mrs. Goodwin, Mrs. Jordan, Mrs. Holmes, Mrs. Forrest, Mrs. Reed, Coach Jones, and Coach Harrod, and Mrs. Carlton. My upcoming plans are to graduate from Bruton High School in June with high honors. I plan to have a happy and productive summer, and I plan to enroll to ODU for sonography this fall. I also plan to have a specialization in obstetrics. And finally, I would like to give a big thanks to the York County School Board, the York County Board of Supervisors, the York County Youth Commission, and the York County Parks and Recreations. Thank you for this award, and thank you for all of the time and effort that you have put into me during this process.